All right, good morning, everybody. Got a late start today, but we're gonna head out on our morning walk.
Time, 10 minutes. I don't make you cookies.
The good thing is the sun it's not out too strong this morning, so I shouldn't get burnt on this walk. And we're gonna walk on another route this morning. This morning we're gonna walk. We're gonna take Second Road all the way to Phra, and we're gonna walk up to this small park that's just south of Big Buddha Hill. So I'm gonna take you guys with me. Let's go. Swadee krap.
สบายดีไหม
Sabadi. Krap.
Good morning sir
Good morning. How are you?
Nice day.
All right, you too. All right, here we go, folks. If you've been on one of my live streams previously, you're probably familiar with this area right here. This is just outside of my condo. My plan this morning, I was actually going to try to stream through Streamlabs on my mobile app, but for whatever reason it wouldn't let me connect, or it wouldn't let me go live through YouTube. So now I'm going live directly through YouTube. I wanted to use the Streamlabs because in Streamlabs it lets you use a wider range of frames per second and also resolution. I wanted to try to stream 1080p 30 frames per second, just to try to see if I can give you and I a clearer picture of my live stream. So when I get back this morning, I'm gonna have to figure out why I wasn't able to connect to YouTube through Streamlabs. But we got to get this walk underway. Hopefully I'm coming in clear. Hopefully there isn't too much sticking with my live streaming. Hopefully it's streaming pretty clear. Nice morning out. And also I'm going to see if my streaming is going to be more stable. And I'll tell you why in a second, why I say that. Okay, I noticed in my previous streams that while I'm walking, the picture is still shaking and it's a little jittery. And I'm thinking I found out why that is. I think the video that I was shooting was a little jumpy and jittery because I had the what is it called? It's called the rock steady setting on my phone. Pretty much it's like a built-in gimbal in your phone. I think it's called either it's called rock steady or super smooth boost or something like that. But anyway, I think I had the gimbal settings set to on my phone, and I was using the gimbal. So I think what happens is if you have the gimbal settings on your phone and you're using a gimbal device at the same time, I think it's causing a conflict between the two and trying to give a steady picture. So this time I checked and made sure that my
Time!
gimbal.
15 minutes! I don't make you cookies!
So this time I made sure to check that my gimbal settings were off on my phone, and now I'm just using the support of my gimbal device. And what I'm using is the DJI Osmo 5. It's the latest gimbal that's been released by DJI. So we're going to see how steady my picture is on this walk. Swadika. Up. You know, when I came over here, I was expecting to just have a stress-free, drama-free stay while I was here. And for the most part, I have. And I definitely don't want to bring any to my channel, but I just have to talk about it a little bit. And it's kind of a continuation from what I was talking about on my last stream about my the owner of my condo. I'm telling you, those guys are still harassing me about this doggone rent that they haven't received from the realty property agency that represents them. So now they're sending me a letter requesting that I move out by 5 November because they haven't received the payment that I paid to the realty agency. Of course, I didn't respond to them with any type of argument or anything. I just simply sent them a copy of all my supporting documents. So I just have about another month and a half before I move out, and then it's on to Phuket. And you know, I've been here for about 4 or 5 months, and I've just now started looking at the map of Thailand, trying to get some familiarity with, you know, what province is where. And I didn't realize that Pattaya was that far south of a province in Thailand. There's only three other provinces that are more southeastern than Pattaya. สวัสดีครับสวัสดีครับ
Time, 25 minutes. Oh, you're the best maggot on the block.
สวัสดีครับ Oh my goodness. Hey, what's going on? Dallas in the building. Nothing much, nothing much. Just going out for my daily morning walk. Trying to get familiar, continue to get familiar with the area. Oh, okay, 8:30. Oh, okay. Woo! It's about I forgot. I don't know what time it is now here. I think it's about probably about 9:30 or something. I didn't check before I left out, but that's cool. I should know because I'm from the Killeen Fort Hood area. I just under 3 hours away from you when I was back in the States.
29 minutes, 16 seconds. What do you think this is, a party cruise?
Oh, time is about to change tomorrow. Where's it going? Let's see, what is it? We're going to fall, so it's falling back an hour. Okay. That's good. I'll be back your way in a few months.
Time, 30 minutes. Oh, you're the best maggot on the block.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful out here. Honestly, I'm not doing it justice right now. I'm not getting out as much as I should, but I plan to change that here in about another month or so. But the city here to me is beautiful. You know, it's kind of, rustic, looking. It doesn't look too modern, as you can tell. But I like it. hopefully in about another month, I'm gonna be ready to venture out to a couple of islands. Thinking about hitting Phuket and Wahin, get away from the city life a little bit. But you know, it's still quiet here. It's not the Pattaya of old. It's quiet. The tourists are slowly starting to trickle back in now. I know as of November, I think they said so far since they started the Thailand Pass, just under 7,000 tourists have arrived. In the Bangkok airport, Savannah Boom, they fully reopened as far as accepting flights. So I'm thinking in the next couple of months, Pattaya and some other other cities and provinces are probably going to start picking up steam as far as, you know, coming alive. Oh, okay. Oh, so you're an international traveler too. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I haven't been to Dubai. You know, I've heard good things about Dubai, but the one thing I heard is that's not so good to me is it's not cheap. So, oh yeah, Dubai, UAE. I heard it's not cheap there. So I don't know if I'm going to have that on my list of places to visit for a while. So what part of Thailand do you plan on coming to when you get here? You gonna stay in the Bangkok area, or you gonna come down to Pattaya, or you gonna go to another province or city? Winter is officially here for Thailand, which marks the end of the rainy season. So we shouldn't be experiencing too much rain here in the near future. It rained yesterday a little bit for about 30 or 45 minutes. But it actually feels pretty good out right now. The sun is peeking through, but it's not blazing. So this walk is very tolerable. I'm just going on a short walk up to Phra Hills. I'm gonna go walk up to Big Buddha, and then turn around and head back. Not trying to do too long of a walk this morning. This is like my 1,000th attempt to get back into walking and exercising.
Time, 35 minutes. Hurrah! Hoorah!
Okay, you say you walk all the time too? Yeah, walking is good, especially as you get older. You know, it become a little too stressful on the knees to try and run or even jog sometimes. But I do plan on trying to work my way back up to where I can at least jog. I really miss jogging. I used to be a big jogger when I was younger. So, but is this a good place to find a wife? Of course it is. I mean, everyone knows about Pattaya as far as being a nightlife and, you know, the fast women and stuff like that. But you also can find good women here. You know, they say if you're really trying to find a good woman, though, you have to get away from the tourist spots and go more to the more local spots, deeper into the provinces and stuff like that. But I believe that you still can find a good woman here among the nightlife. You know, my opinion on the women here in Pattaya that's in the nightlife is that just like anywhere else, there's a lot of good women that can be found even amongst the bad ones. I believe that, you know, some of these women here that's working the night lifestyle are doing it because they have to. They're doing it because that's the best means that they have for providing for their family. I mean, I've talked to several of them, you know, and they all, the main ones I've talked to, you know, they'll let you know they don't prefer to do this, but when they're working 12 to 16 hours a day for less than peanuts, and then they discover that they can make hand over fist times that amount working the nightlife, for them it's a no-brainer. Is there some that like it and do it because they want to and have to? Yes. But there are some that are doing it because it's their best means of being able to provide for their family, whether it's for their children or for their parents or even just for themselves. So yes, you can find good women here in Pattaya and throughout Thailand. And some people will argue that, well, you can find good women anywhere. You just gotta look for them. But the thing is here, in my opinion, throughout Southeast Asia, they're much easier to find. And they're more willing to make themselves available, provided that you are the type of man that they're looking for, i.e. you check the blocks of what it requires, you know, to sustain and maintain a relationship. That's just a fact. That's a fact anywhere. My opinion is the key difference with the women in Southeast Asia, they're just more susceptible and more willing to conform to the traditional values and ideas that a lot of men are looking for. And sometimes I hate talking about this stuff because it's going to always be the contrarian, either from other women and some other men, about this topic. But hey, that's just how I feel. Everybody has an opinion, and you know what they say about that. So
Time, 40 minutes. What do you think this is, a party cruise?
yeah, a lot of them, and really in Thailand, a lot of their provinces that they come from, it just looks like farmlands, country lands, you know. And it just, the thing is, a lot, from what I've gathered from some of the women I've talked to here, a lot of them don't have to come here and work. I mean, a lot of their families have farms and they can survive by working on their farms. You know, they sell what they also eat. So they have the means to survive and live a comfortable life within their province. But some of them don't want to work the farm because it's hard work. Anyone that's ever worked a farm know how hard it is to work and maintain a farm. And a lot of the women, they just simply don't want to do the work. They don't want to be out there in that sun or in the field for 12, 16 hours, especially when they find out they can just come to the city and work the nightlife and live probably 10 or 20 times more comfortable doing this type of work. And I'll be honest about another opinion of mine, if I can hold on to it before I forget. Oh yeah, I think for a good part of women throughout Southeast Asia, I think their inhibitions are a whole lot lower than in the West. I mean, and I'm not saying that in a positive or negative way, but my opinion is that I think the idea of sex here and through most places in Southeast Asia, it's not held on to like it's some type of golden goose egg, you know, especially if they like you. If they like you and there's something in it for them, it's the whole concept of sex, and you gotta jump over mountains and hills in order to get it. Pretty much just don't exist over here, in my opinion. And that's not to put them down or to lift them up. Sex here in Southeast Asia, it just doesn't require for you to be a woman's workhorse in order to engage in those type of activities, where more times than not it's a mutual thing over here, as it is anywhere, but it's not treated as it's a one-sided benefit. She's trying to sell you a rice patty. Yeah, so that's why I'm forever. Let's walk up here and see what's up here. That's why I'm forever sold on Southeast Asia. Not because of the sex thing, but that's a part of it. But the other part is there's very little BS in trying to establish a relationship over here. You see someone, you talk to them, if you like them, they're gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. The whole shit test thing is almost non-existent over here. But don't get it twisted though. If you come off as too much of a pushover, I'm sure any woman would eventually just, I think out of
Time, 45 minutes. Quit your smiling, I'm not your mother.
out of nature probably would allow you to do as much as you're willing to do without telling you don't have to do that. All right, we're at a park that's just below Big Buddha, the Wat Phra, the Big Buddha temple. I haven't walked through here before, but pretty nice. We're gonna go up here They really be getting me with these stairways. These are an exercise within themselves. Oh, we got a lot of sword dogs up here. Well, I commend you that on that. I commend you on that, brother. But the whole wife thing for me, eh, I think I'm good. I mean, if that's what you want, I hope you find it. But over here, unless you're really 100% sure you want to be married, it's not necessary over here. It's really not. Will the women over here marry you? Yes, they will. But will some of the women over here also accept you wanting to be single and date multiple women and still develop feelings for you? Yes, they are. Especially if you plan on living in Southeast Asia. For me, my opinion again, getting married, for me, it isn't an option. Like I said, you know, I don't knock anybody who wants to get married anywhere in the world, but over here in Southeast Asia, I'm not gonna say it don't make sense, but it's definitely it's not necessary. I mean, I don't know any other way to put it. I'm trying not to be condescending on you wanting to be married, but I'm just trying to be clear on, you know, the whole idea and concept of marriage as far as for foreigners over here in Southeast Asia. Yeah, I've been to Sasua, and I went there a couple of times and only stayed a couple of weeks at a time. And yeah, I didn't put too much effort into trying to find a relationship over there either. But I think you still fare better over there than you will in the States. Maybe not as fair than you will here in Thailand. But hey man, if that's what you want, I salute you, man, and I hope it works out for you. And far as buying property over here in Thailand, there's ways around it, but it's just like the Philippines. You can own a condo and you can have it in your name, but you can't buy land over here. You can't buy land in Thailand, you can't buy land in the Philippines, but you can own the condo. I don't know about houses. I'm not going to speak on that. I don't know if you can buy the house, but I know one method that some people do who are set on buying land or buying property over here, they buy it in a contract in the form of lease agreements. Like you can lease out the house and or I think the land for like 20, 30, 50 years. That way you can secure your stability far as they can't kick you out, you know, if there's a dispute or for whatever reason they want to renege on their agreement.
Time 50 minutes. Hurrah! Hoorah!
I think that's how a lot of people get around the whole inability to buy land over here. They do 20, 30, 40, 50 year contracts over here. That way they secure that land or that property for their lifetime. Okay, a leasehold. Yeah, I'm not the best person to to speak to ask about like far as buying property and stuff because I'm just sold on renting, for the rest of my life. So I haven't really done too much research in it. I don't know too much about rental property, because I'm on I have a set passive income coming in for the rest of my life. I'm just content with renting, especially since uh, I consider myself to be more of a wanderer as far as how I'm going to live my life. I don't plan on living in any one place no more than maybe a couple of years at a time. Oh yeah, like you definitely can buy condos here and you can rent those out through Airbnb. Like that's what I'm doing right now. Um, a Chinese guy actually owns the condo that I'm renting, so you definitely can purchase condos here and rent those out, set them up as Airbnbs. But you have to be careful with how you do that because I think with the rental, especially in these condos, you can't do daily rentals. They have to be, I think, at least either 2 or 4 week rental agreements. You can't do daily rentals. I guess I guess they're having an issue with some of the owners over here doing daily rentals, and what they're trying to do is they're trying to protect the actual residents who live there on a long-term basis from people who are trying to rent daily and don't respect the uh, the policies of these condos as far as noise restrictions and certain type of activities. But yeah, you can definitely do that. You can rent properties here, or you can buy properties and rent them out. Okay, so you've been traveling for 15 years. Oh, military, but I never traveled, really truly traveled as a tourist or leisurely until I retired. A lot of times I just PCS from one station to the other, and I didn't really ever go out and explore the uh, the area, as far as a tourist. And if that's one travel regret I could have, that would be it. Out of all the places that I've been, I never really explored places. Like I've been stationed in Alaska, stationed in South Korea, stationed in Germany, and I've been to I don't know how many different countries, on short stays or just passing through. So I guess that's why now that I'm older, I'm kind of more committed into living living abroad. Okay, you never was in the military? Okay, yeah, yeah. Military definitely isn't for everybody, you know. And I actually got out a couple of times, but I ultimately decided to go back in and finish my time so I could retire. But yeah, for me, I always knew I wanted to initially go to the military, and I did. I did a couple of years in the Navy. I did about 6 months in the Air Force Reserves, and then I went into the Army for 10 years. I got out for a little while and went back in and finished my time. But yeah, it's not for everybody, and it probably wasn't for me. But
Time 55 minutes. Woo! We're gonna get going.
and it probably wasn't for me. But I had enough sense of self-awareness about myself that I knew if I didn't retire from the military, I wasn't gonna probably get into another business or a job that was gonna provide the type of financial freedom as I've gotten with being retired. So, a lot of people say they join the military to serve their country, and whatnot, but that's not everybody. Some people join to serve their country. Some people join the military because it's in their family history. Some people join for the educational benefits. Some people, you know, there's just endless amounts of reasons why some people join the military. And I just say that because I know eventually someone may come across this live stream and hear me talking about why I joined and probably try and criticize me for that, which I don't care. But I just thought I'd put that out there. And here's the entrance to the Wat Phra Buddha temple. Let's see if I can screen it, go up a little bit. I'm not gonna go up there right now, but because if you go up there, I think you need to do a donation and a prayer and all that stuff, and I'm just not prepared to do that right now. But this right here is the entrance to the big Buddha. That big Buddha that you see right there is it's about 18 meters tall. That's equivalent to about 59 feet. And that thing is huge. It gets larger the closer you get to it. And this is actually my turnaround point. They would say that you're not fit. Oh, okay. I made the uniform for Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and Frito-Lay. Oh, okay, well, it sound like you have a good either good business, or you're part of a highly profitable business. So, there's so many ways to make money in America nowadays. You know, that is another good way. I wish I had the aptitude and the mentality to work outside the military, but I just didn't. I just knew myself well enough. I knew if I didn't go to the military, that my money making wasn't going to be that great, because I don't know. Some people say, "Oh, you don't believe in yourself," and it's not that. I believe in myself. I just know myself. Oh, you have a clothing line? Okay, all right. You have like a website or anything like that? Yeah. Like, I know I've just now started to get into the stock market. You know, I'm learning a little bit and investing a little bit, trying to generate a third form of income. You know, and I think it's gonna take me probably about a good 10 to 15 years to get my stocks up to where I'm making enough money off the dividends to actually have it look like a decent monthly check. I know right now I'm mainly investing in large cap stocks, or large cap companies in the stock market. And so far my stocks are doing pretty good. You know, I only been investing for maybe like 3 or 4 months now, but man, my projected 2022 dividends are looking pretty doggone good. So as long as I keep up with that, I say in about 10 to 15 years, that'll be a real good third source of income that I'll be receiving.
Time! 1 hour! I don't make you cookies!
Oh yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, I believe in myself. I know sometimes I come off as if I'm not confident because of the way I talk, but that's just the way I talk. Not everyone, really have a confident salesman type, talk about them. And that's the only thing that I don't like about myself. Everything else I love about myself. I know my voice, and I know how my voice come across, but it is no indicator of my self-confidence. I'm very confident, just not that confident in public speaking. But it's all good. Yeah, a lot of people think you got to be rich to travel. You really don't. I mean, that just goes to show that, some people just uh don't understand the world and the different economic levels, of countries in the world. You don't have to be rich at all. You just have to do some prior planning. What about the income people get? Yeah, some guys from YouTube are doing real well. Some guys, are making life-changing income. And it would be nice if I get to that point one day. If I do, it's fine. But if not, I'm still fine. But yeah, that's something that I've actually added to, and that's on my radar, and that is a little bit motivation for me to continue, with this YouTube thing, even though it's not my primary focus. I want to practice and get better just so I can put out good content, because I started out just watching YouTube, and I like the whole idea of capturing, your life on YouTube, if for nothing else, for yourself. Years from now, if I'm 70, 80 years old, I can look back on this stuff. Because I know me personally, with my YouTube, I download all my YouTube videos, which is not a whole lot, but I download my YouTube videos. So I have them on my own external hard drive in case YouTube ever go bust. But still, it's cool. I like the whole idea that you can share with the world, you know, um, your life and your life experience. So it's pretty cool. And then the gravy on top of that, if you become good enough at it, you can monetize it and make money off of it. Hey, why not? Yeah, a lot of these countries, yeah, you can live like a champion off $1,000. Uh, you know, uh, you know, uh, in a lot of these countries that you go to, yeah, like you said, Dominican Republic, especially if you're not into, the nightlife. And even if you are into the nightlife, you can still have a decent nightlife and still live well, eat well. Yep, yep. But yeah, and Ace Live, he's a perfect example of that. I've been following Ace Live ever since, when he only had like 11,000 subscribers. I've been following him from then all the way up to where he's at now. I think he's at 240,000
Time,
subscribers.
1 hour, 4 minutes, 7 seconds. I don't make you cookies.
Yeah, and I saw that video where he talked about and how he, presented his mom with I guess the title to her home. Yeah, that was awesome, man. Yeah, you can definitely change your life if you can master the art of being a content creator. And he's closing in on mastering the art of being a content creator. I mean, he does some awesome content. Yep, I watch his videos all the time. Matter of fact, I think I have I have his channel on notification alert. So whenever he posts something, I get the notification and I watch it.
Time, 1 hour, 5 minutes. What do you think this is, a party cruise?
Yeah, if you come into Thailand though, anytime before February, maybe we can link up, man, have a drink. I'm pretty sure the bars it'll be long since open by then, and we can go out and have a couple of drinks, man. I don't do too much over here. I keep it simple. Yeah, but Ace, he doing his thing. And he's a highly likable guy. It's hard not to like him. Yeah, I'm just kind of wandering around here now. I walked through this park several times, but I never actually walked around inside of it. So I'll take a walk over here and see what kind of sights we have here. Then I go ahead and head back. Yeah, man. But you might want to try your hand at YouTube, as well. It could be another potential source of revenue for yourself as well, or as a hobby. Here's another Buddha spot where people come and pay their respects to Buddha. Yeah, but it still amazes me how many soy dogs they just all laid out. It's almost like an animal version of The Walking Dead. They're just laid out everywhere, and then all of a sudden, when you walk by them, they pop up. And I kind of say that half humorously and half serious, because it's definitely not funny. When I see these dogs just laid out, I want to just save them all. And I still haven't figured out how to make this chat stay up. Do they eat dogs like other countries? But you know what? I remember that question you asked earlier. Yeah, I don't know if that Buddha is all gold or not. Probably not. I'm not sure. Yeah, I know the flight that I took from Dallas. It depends on which ticket you get and how many stops. Just like anywhere else. But I always try to only take the flights that have one stop. And outside of that, the one stop flights are normally, of course, are going to be probably a little bit higher. So I'd say anywhere between, and all the other factors goes into this as well. But if you do your due diligence, the price range of the one stop flights are normally somewhere between $1,200 and $1,700. And if you're real savvy, you probably can get cheaper, maybe for like $1,100 or something like that. But the ones I get for the one stop flights are normally 22 to 24-hour flights. And I think like from here, say if you fly from Dallas to South Korea, that's like 16-hour flight, a 16-hour straight flight from Dallas to Seoul, Korea. And then from Seoul, Korea to Bangkok is about like a 6-hour flight. So it'd be 16 hours from Dallas to South Korea, and then 6 hours from South Korea to Bangkok, if you're flying that route. Oh, okay, you right down the street from DFW. Okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't think they do here, and I would probably say they do not, because I'm telling you, there are just so many dogs just around here. It wouldn't make sense.
Time 1 hour 10 minutes. Woo! We're gonna get going.
It wouldn't make sense for me to say that they do. Because there are so many dogs here, and the dogs here, even though they're low energy and seem like they're always just laying around, they're being well fed over here. Tourists are feeding them. At a lot of these food vendors on the streets, they're feeding the dogs at different times of the day. A lot of times the dogs are just laying out around the street vendors. So I would argue and say that they don't. would not argue. I would debate. I try not to argue about anything. I would debate that they don't. Oh, so the flight to Dubai is what, 22 hours in the air? Woo! My goodness. Yeah, I know when you fly from DFW to Seoul, Korea, it's about 16 hours in the air, and then you normally have like a 2 or 3 hour layover in Seoul at the airport, and then you have that 6 hour flight from there to Bangkok. And I should have sprayed some lemongrass on my legs before I came out, because these mosquitoes are starting to tear me up. Yeah, it's time to get on up out of here. My goodness. But yeah, one of my favorite content creators is Ace Live, and there's actually another guy that I like to watch. It's a Caucasian guy in the Philippines. You know, he's actually one of the first YouTube vloggers that I came across a few years ago, and I was intrigued, with his YouTube channel. He's a little over the top, with his personality and everything like that, but his content is, is funny, and it's a unique lifestyle that I kind of like. Yeah, these mosquitoes starting to come out. I should have put some lemongrass on. And if my voice sound muffled, it's because I still have on my mask. Look at that guy right there. He just what you doing, fella? All right. This is to the left. This is how you go to Big Buddha, and this is the way that you go to exit. And since I walked through the park, I actually came the wrong way. We're gonna walk outside and enter the park again and head back down the second road. If I go to the left, this is the way that you would go to Jantium in downtown beach. And that steep incline right there in front of me, I think there's another Buddha temple up there that you can go to. I haven't been to that one yet, but I will eventually. That incline is keeping me from going up there right now. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, to still wear your mask. In Texas, depending on where you're going. I think right now that's still a good precautionary move right now, being that this is still a thing, quote unquote. Yeah, but here in Thailand, yeah, we're still knee deep in the mask wearing over here, and there's still a lot that I don't know about Thailand myself. Like I said, I'm pretty much over here as a soloist for the most part. It's not like I've connected with anybody who's really showing me the ropes, other than my friend who brought me over here a couple of years ago. He showed me around Pattaya. I walked around with him a lot when I came here in 2019.
Time 1 hour 15 minutes. What do you think this is, a party cruise?
But being here by myself now, I have to get my own self motivated to get out and do things, and even go beyond Pattaya, which I have yet to do, but I'm gonna get there. No, you don't have to be vaccinated to enter the country, but if you're not vaccinated, there's a different process you have to go through. I think there's still quarantine requirements if you're not vaccinated, and I'm talking about multiple day quarantine requirements. Because right now, if you're fully vaccinated, I think the requirement now, and don't quote me on this, is once you arrive here, you take a PCR test, a RT-PCR test, and then you have to stay at a SHA approved hotel and stay there until your test results come back. And then once your test results come back saying that you haven't tested positive for it, you're free to roam about the country. But don't quote me on the quarantine requirements for the unvaccinated, because I'm not sure 100%. But I am pretty confident in saying that there is a different quarantine requirement for unvaccinated, which is longer than the vaccinated. And I think over here, I think they also have Moderna and Pfizer vaccine over here now. I think they just received Moderna within the last week or two. Oh yeah, you have to foot the bill for the hotel. That's all on you. The onus is on you for paying for the PCR test and for the hotel. But you know what? There are expats over here, or foreigners living over here, who are getting free vaccines over here. I don't know if you have to have a certain type of visa to get it, but there are expats over here that are getting free vaccines. But I don't know if you're not wanting to get vaccinated or not. But if you're not vaccinated, and if you were looking to, I'm sure it's a lot easier to get vaccinated in America. But for whatever reason, if you came over here not vaccinated and you decided to get vaccinated, I think you're able to do that free of cost over here, depending on your type of visa. So I waited to see the results. Yeah, you have to foot the bill for everything over here, man. As far as proving you're COVID free, either that or you have to come over here and show proof that you're fully vaccinated. But yeah, they're not going to pay for anything, just to let you roam free throughout the country. They're going to make you pay for it. But yeah, Thailand is cool, and I can only imagine, as much as I like Pattaya, how much I probably love the rest of this country. I'm kind of kicking myself sometimes for not trying to explore when I first got here. But I just accept the fact that I had to get comfortable. Even though I got here and I wanted to come here, I still had to get comfortable with actually just being here, far as moving around, getting around. And now that I've been here since the end of May, I'm comfortable in doing that. So
Time, 1 hour, 20 minutes. Oh, you're the best maggot on the block.
So now, the only thing I'm waiting on now, as far as traveling outside of Pattaya, is waiting for my lease agreement to end in December. And I'm only doing that because I don't want to pay for hotel stays or pay for Airbnb stay, and I still have a condo that I'm paying for here, even though it's paid in full. I don't want to pay for any additional stays anywhere until this lease agreement is up. You see, all they have to do is give you a bad Thai lady. You'll stay in a hotel. Uh, and you know what? And I tell you, that'll last all about 3 weeks, my friend. I'm telling you. After 3 weeks, you gonna be like, woo. I'm telling you. Cause my friend that I have, I think she's pretty bad. I mean, every time we go somewhere, she's turning heads, you know, men and women. Thai men and Thai women checking her out. You know, she telling me, oh, I heard that lady just say she wish she had a body like mine. You know, because she's not built like, you know, ideally we think a Thai lady is built. She actually has curves. But I'm telling you, some days I just need a break, because the one thing about I've discovered for myself about Asian women, if they like you, they gonna like you like they love you. And if they love you, they got they GI Joe grips on you. They will have their GI Joe kung fu grip on you. And that's how it's been since I've been here with her. You know. You know, women in general have their reasons for why they deal with men, and they're able to hide, you know, their reason. But when you're dealing with these Asian women, you're gonna know if they like you or if they're just tolerating you. It's gonna be very clear. It's gonna be very clear if they're just tolerating you. And when I say when you can tell they're tolerating you, it's not like they showing disdain, or you can tell that they don't like being with you, because I don't think you'll be able to tell that they just don't want to be there with you. But you can tell that they're good at what they do, as far as giving you the GFE. But if they like you, I mean truly like you, oh, you're gonna know it. They're gonna be like an accessory on your body. Yeah, I'm trying to read the sun is blocking. Hey, what's going on, Highlander? I'm chilling, just trying to get this walk in. Trying to burn some calories. Well, yeah, you just got to establish your intentions with them from the get-go. Whatever you establish in the beginning, they'll pretty much run with, you know, whatever your intent is. There's no need to try to deceive, you know, women over here. They're pretty much game for whatever you want. And if they're not, you just move on to the next one. You know, no harm, no foul. The women over here they're not easily offended in you telling them what you want. Either they're gonna say yes with a smile, or they're gonna say no with a smile. Either way, that's a win-win for you, in my book. There's no snarling, there's no...
Time, 1 hour, 25 minutes. I don't make you cookies.
There's no snarling, there's no, you know, cricket face look, all that crazy mess. There's none of that over here. Yeah, but you know what? And just as much as if a woman like you, if you get to a point where you decide that, you know, the relationship's not working for you anymore, you know, it's my experience, because I had one like that too. They will let you go. They may not like it, but they understand the dynamic, especially in these tourist heavy areas like Pattaya. If you get in a relationship with a woman in one of these areas. They know the probability of you seeing another woman that you might like in experience. But you know, more times than not, they will stay with you and allow you to go do your thing and come back. And in a lot of scenarios, they're willing to say, hey, I know you want some new, you know, whatever. And they will ask you, is that what you want? And if you're honest with them, they say, okay, they no harm, no foul. As long as you're not trying to break up with them, in a lot of cases. Not saying they have to allow you, but in their eyes, they will allow you to go do that as long as you're gonna come back. I'm telling you. And that's like I said before, Thailand is to men like the West is to women. The West is the women's candy land. Southeast Asia, in my opinion, is men's candy land. I think right now you don't need a visa. I think they're back to doing visa on arrivals. I think as of 1 November, they went back to visa on arrivals. You can come here and get a 30-day visa, and then you have the option to extend up to 2 more times. So you can come here, I believe, and get a 30-day visa, and then get 2 30-day extensions, totaling 90 days of being able to stay in country before you have to leave. That's if you come here without a visa. I think that's back in play now. You say you come here and knock up half the women? Hey, I ain't mad at you, bro. I'm telling you, if I came here when I was a young man, I probably would end up saying the same thing. But now I don't have that problem. I got that vasectomy done a long time ago. You know, so that's the least of my worries. You know, as I'm living abroad. I got that vasectomy a long time ago. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah, don't be coming over here having a whole bunch of babies. You have a whole bunch of youngs over here. My friend, she calls me young. That's Thai for curly. And she's talking about, your curly hair. Everybody, she called me young about 30 times a day. Young. Like the DHL creator did. Who is the DHL? I'm not familiar with the DHL. I thought you were talking about the mail carrier DHL, like the DHL creator did the Philippines. Who is that?
Time, 1 hour, 30 minutes. Oh, you're the best maggot on the block.
Oh, the shipping company? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen DHL in a long time. I know they're still around, though. I only used DHL, I think, once. And I think I was deployed years ago. Probably like 20 years ago, I was deployed. And I used DHL services. Oh, yeah, that sun is starting to bake now. DHL. I still don't know who DHL is. I might have to search him on YouTube and see who you talking about. That sounds like some content I might want to watch. I know. You say, Highlander, have I been to the Philippines? Yes, I actually did go to the Philippines for about 3 days in 2019. And I can say, initially I wasn't that impressed. I wasn't impressed with the Philippines too much. But I want to give them another try. I only went to one spot. I only went to Angeles City, down there by old Clark Air Base. And I went down there on Walking Street, stayed there for about 3 days with my friend that actually invited me to Thailand that year. We met up in Thailand, you know, and while I was in Thailand, we flew down to the Philippines for like 3 days to check it out because I was so dead set on going. I thought I was going to enjoy Philippines more than I did Thailand, and I was 100% wrong when I got here. But I do want to go again because, you know, Philippines has over 7,000 islands, and now I'm at the age now to where everything isn't about the women. I still appreciate and still want to see, you know, beautiful women, but I also want to experience, you know, all these different islands and all the different beautiful landmarks and places and stuff like that. So yeah, the long answer, yeah. The short answer, yeah, I've been to the Philippines and I plan on going again. You say you couldn't stay longer. What part of the Philippines did you go to? Oh, the owner of DHL has many children. Oh, okay, yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. A big baller like that, I probably would too. Yeah. And, you know, and that's why, and not to just be, you know, put myself out there like that, but yeah, I firmly believe if I didn't get my vasectomy, I probably get this gimbal that right. There's no telling how many kids I would probably end up having into my 40s and 50s. And I just don't want to be 40 something, 50 something years old still having kids. I can't do it. I mean, there's so many other things that I would want to talk about on my channel about my personal life, but I just know it wouldn't be a good look, so I just try to stay and speaking, you know, broad and not get too detailed about my private life. You know, some things you have to keep under lock and key. So, yeah, there's so many more things I want to talk about, but I can't. God, hello.
Time 1 hour 34 minutes 40 seconds. Keep moving, maggot.
Yeah, I think it's up for debate.
Time 1 hour 35 minutes. Hurrah! Hoorah!
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people who have that opinion about Thailand and the Philippines as far as which one is better. I think depending on what you're looking for determines which one is better. I think well, let me see if I can cross this street real quick. Thank you. I think if you're into the nightlife, I mean big city like nightlife, I think Thailand would edge out Philippines as far as the amount of different cities with nightlife, because for what I understand, Manila has a pretty good city nightlife as well. So I think far partying and nightlife, I think Thailand will win. But as far as relationships and I think girlfriend material, and this is what other people believe. I don't believe this because wait for that truck to pass. Because I'm still trying to decide, you know, which is true. I don't know myself. But some people say if you're looking for a girlfriend that's really going to treat you with the utmost respect and the most devout, have the most devout loyalty, they say yep. Oh, let me pass this construction area real quick. Yeah, they got a lot of construction going on along this part of the road. This is the second road here. Okay, let's see if I can maintain my train of thought. Okay, what was I saying? We'll cross back over this road real quick. Yeah, they say if you're looking for relationships and the utmost respect and loyalty, they say the Philippines is the best place to go for a girlfriend and future wife. But they say if you're looking for a good time, you know, beautiful women, Thailand. So I don't know. I can't give my definitive answer on that because I haven't dated any women from the Philippines. And I've been in Thailand more times and longer. Let's go back to the chat. I wish I could find out how to leave the chat up. Okay, you've been to Highlander, you've been to Manila, Angeles, and Cebu. Yeah, I want to go to Cebu. Yeah, I agree, Thailand. Well, I agree with Thailand as far as being, let's see, am I reading that correctly? Thailand has better food, hotels. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't say for myself. Because I don't think I really ate any Thai food when I went to, any Filipino food when I went to the Philippines. Only two places, matter of fact, the only two places I ate at was,
Time! 1 hour, 40 minutes! Oh, you're the best maggot on the block!
I'm competing with my Run app and with the traffic passing by as far as noise. Yeah, the only places I really ate at when I was in the Philippines, I ate at Kokomo's and I ate at Tequila Reef. Those are the only two places I really ate at. So I didn't get a chance to eat any Filipino food. Yeah, so yeah, a lot of what you're saying about the hotels and all that stuff, probably within the next couple of years, I'll be able to give my better own opinion on which is better as far as between Thailand and the Philippines. But just from watching YouTube videos on the Philippines, what I admire about the Philippines, it's like one of the YouTubers that I watch, he said, going to the Philippines, it's like going back in time 50 years, 50 or 60 years, you know, and that appeals to me, you know, going back in time where the women are still so feminine. It's the country itself, the hotels to the provinces, everything just seems so preserved. It might not be modern. They might struggle with, you know, Wi-Fi in some places and stuff like that. But that that conservative feel and appeal just resonates with me whenever I think about the Philippines, and that makes me want to go back there and spend some time in the Philippines. You know, because the way a lot of countries are going as far as these modern times, it's not working in my favor. You know, and I'm not too proud to say that. I don't consider myself a modern man, and not even really a conservative old man. But I do know that the modern world right now, or you know, the way that a lot of countries are going, it doesn't work for me. And I'm always gonna land in a place that I feel works for me, regardless of who don't like it and who don't accept it. And I'm never gonna try to prevent anybody from doing what makes them happy or what brings them contentment. So we came into this world by ourselves, and that's exactly how we're gonna go out. It doesn't matter who's at your bedside. It doesn't matter who's saying good or bad things about you. When you close your eyes for the last time, the lights, the curtains are closing on you, not anybody else. They're gonna leave and they're gonna go on, continue with their life. It doesn't matter what they have to say about you, good or bad. Your chapter is gonna be over, and life for everybody else goes on. And I know I just went on a little, probably incoherent rant right there, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. But you know what? I am still looking forward to coming back to the States for a little while. You know, close out a couple of things. You know, do what I gotta do. And I don't know. I may be back longer. I may be back there shorter. I don't know. But one thing I do know for sure, Southeast Asia is where my future is. That's without a doubt. That's one thing I can say with certainty. Until or unless modern times.
1 hour, 45 minutes.
Unless,
Woo! We're gonna get going!
unless modern times catch up with Southeast Asia, this is where I would be. And if it does catches up with Southeast Asia, it's on to the next spot. Modern times is gonna have to chase me. I'm not chasing modern times. Okay, BR, you say you want to open a clothing store here? Oh, you definitely can do it. But you know what? I think a lot of people here in Thailand, they're actually doing, those that are in the clothing line industry, I think most of the people here are doing it online, especially the women here. I mean, because I think right now, there's like, the market is flooded here as far as like, with the suit with suits, like the brick and mortar suit stores here. I mean, there's like endless suit lines here. But as far as the women, a lot of them are doing, and maybe some men too, but a lot of the clothing line business, from what I see, are being done online. You know, here in Southeast Asia, Facebook is still a big deal, and a lot of the Asian women that are doing business, as far as clothing line and other type of products. Like my friend, she just got into, she's all into physical fitness and all that stuff, and she's into the supplements. You know, so she just recently bought a coffee supplement products, and she's going into that business to try that market out online. So I don't know if you're trying to do the brick and mortar clothing line, but I think over here most of that type of business is done online. So I don't know how you would fare with that being over here, especially when there's a lot of clothing stores already over here that's kind of flooding the market. You know, so, but hey, you know, if that's your passion and your love and you want to do the brick and mortar style, you probably can make it work. Yeah. Yeah, Southeast Asia is still one of the cheapest places to live. I'm telling you, I was just online a couple of days ago looking at some rental properties back in the States for when I come back, because I don't know truthfully, I don't know how long I'm gonna be back in the States. But I was just looking at some of those rental prices. I'm like, my God, you can rent 2 or 3 places here for the amount of one of the rental properties there. I'm like, my goodness. I'm talking prices like $1,200, $1,300, $1,400, $1,500 rental property. Like, my goodness. I tell you, my condo here is about 3 or 4 years old, and I pay 15,000 baht a month. I don't mind, you know, telling you that. My rent is 15,000 baht a month. That'll come out to about $480 a month for a condo, a newly built condo. My goodness, them prices in America, man, and I'm talking those prices that I've been seeing. It's not like those properties were new. These are properties that look old, outdated. They want $1,000, $1,100, $1,200 for it. Never mind trying to look at a recently built house. Them jokers want $1,600, $1,700, $1,800 a month in rent. Over here, I'm paying $480 a month for a 2-bedroom, 2 full bath condo. My water in it.
1 hour, 50 minutes. Woo! We're gonna get going.
Over here, I'm paying $480 a month for a 2-bedroom, 2 bath condo, newly built. My water and electric together is about 4,000 baht a month, which is about $120. So you look at, I'm still paying right around $600 a month for a condo and water and electric. And then my internet in America, how much you gonna be paying for internet service? Anywhere between 90 to 100 bucks, if not more. Over here, I'm paying $13 a month for unlimited data. $13 a month for unlimited data. You can't beat that. In America, they're knocking you upside the head for internet. Oh, Bangladesh, that's good. $500, that's even better. You say everyone is moving to the West Coast? Ooh, I thought it was expensive out west. I thought the people out west were trying to move to Texas. Didn't Elon Musk move his business to Texas because they tripping out there in the West on those prices? Or they trying to tax the hell out of them or something like that? All right, we just made it back here to my condo. If y'all haven't seen it before, this is where I stay at, Grand Avenue. Swati Cop. I'll go ahead and stay on here just so you can get a look at how my condo look. I'll do a quick walk around the complex so y'all can have a good look at it if y'all interested in seeing it. There we go. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, the sun is out big time now. I got a pretty good sweat going on. All right, this is my condo complex here. Now I'll give y'all a little walk around. This is the pool area. It's pretty long. And there's one on this pool area right here. And then just to the left of me on the other side of this condo unit, there's an identical pool. Yeah. So. All right, Highlander, be easy, man. Take care. Yeah, if they come by themselves, they have to wait at the gate. Sometimes if they've been here several times, the guards, I think, inherently just let them come through. But if they're newly coming here, the general rule is they wait at the gate. There's actually a key card to get inside.
1 hour, 55 minutes. What do you think this is, a party cruise?
You can walk past the security guards if they let you through, but you can't get inside the condo area unless you have the key card to unlock the gate. Yeah. Scott. All right. And I'll show y'all the other side real quick. And this other side is identical to the pool that we just saw. This is the pool I normally come to. Me and my friend, we come to this side. And they have two fitness centers here. And this is my building here, building E. But all right, man, I'm glad y'all tuned in. I appreciate y'all tuning in and checking me out for most of my walk here. And I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, go up here, get freshened up, and make a couple of moves today. All right, man, so I will check y'all later, man. Thanks for joining me.